We are the Bears, shuffling through, shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're so bad, we know we're good. Blowing your mind like a nuclear would. You know we're just strutting for fun, strutting our stuff for everyone. We're not here to start no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl show.
Well, they call me Sweetness, and I like to dance. Running the ball is like making more dance. We had the closest training camp to give Chicago a Super Bowl champ. And we're not doing this because we're greedy. The Bears are doing it to feed the needy. We didn't come here to look for trouble. We just come here to do the Super Bowl show.
This is Speedy Willie, and I'm world class. I like running, but I love to get the pass. I practice all day and dance all night. I gotta get ready for the Sunday fight. Now, I'm as smooth as a chocolate swirl. I dance a little funky, so watch me, girl. There's no one here that doesn't like me. My Super Bowl shuffle will set you free.
I'm Samurai Mike, I shot from cold. Part of the defense, big and bold. I've been jamming for quite.
Welcome into Ravish Reality. I talk all sports, mainly the Bears. Now, if you're not a Bears fan, of course you understand what's happening now. Like one of our Christmas, you know? Like a happy time to be a Bears fan. All right? For all of you who don't know, I've been a Bears fan since 1984. Got me started being a Bears fan. It's Walter Turkey. That's running back whoever. Right? Which made me, by default, made me a Bears fan. You know, by default. And I've been a Bears fan since like the other team. I don't want to talk about the other team. Don't talk about their trades. Don't talk about nothing. I don't care. It ain't the Bears. All right? Let's be on the same page with that one. Now, I'm a little discouraged all last. I knew the season was going to be rocking crazy because we had dealt before we traded for Justin. But I already had to feel that we're going this season. Let's jump into this cold water, take a dive, see what happens. I wanted to scream, fire the coach shit. That wasn't really on my mind. I didn't care. So that was just something that didn't matter to me whether he was there or not. So, but looking back on it now, I was wrong. I was wrong. It should have been another coach, something like that. And he didn't deserve another year. If he was the owner, I see where they come from. You know what I'm saying? Like last year was the year you said, all right, you got one more year. And that one more year, you 6-11, you should have known you started. You know what I'm saying? So, which brings us to today, where we have a new GM now and a head coach. After getting rid of Matt Nagy, we got Matt Eberflus and Ryan Poe. I don't know, bro. But Matt Eberflus is defensive coach of Indianapolis. Now, I don't know about nobody else here, right? But we start thinking about our franchise now as a real important spot in their life. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that has anything to do with the Chicago Bears is thinking we're going to get somebody in offense to make sure Justin Fields is good. You know? That's what you'll think, right? That's what you'll hope. So when you get a defensive player, you just not think. I mean, a defensive coach, you just don't think, all right, well, is this what I want? You know what I'm saying? Because to me, if you fuck this up with a quarterback, only for a special team quarterback, a quarterback is not ready, don't have a plan, for Justin Fields. If a motherfucking coach was to come into those meetings, act like they don't have no love for Justin, hey man, the door right there, bro. All right, that's our son. That's the Bears' son. That's our youngest child. Boy, don't play with us. We'll bite your head off. Fuck with Fields. Talk about trading somebody. See you later. All right, you the one that's leaving. All right, so cut that out. He's our motherfucking quarterback until my son is graduating from college. He's 10 right there. All right, so that's where we at. Stop it. Now, back to you. Now, I don't really have no problem. Like I said, it's not a big deal. He preached the same defense love he preach, so bring him in. You know what I'm saying? All this who picked him, who didn't pick him, who gives a fuck? Again, I don't be giving a fuck. None of that. Who picked the coach? Who was the coach? Who was the owner? Who did what? The man came in, polls came in, hired this man. I don't give a fuck who had a list for him. If I own a team, I'm gonna have a list for your ass either. My damn self. I'm gonna have a list for your ass myself. Right? Because I'm spending tons of money vetting these people. Make sure they ain't, I'm about to bring somebody into my motherfucking organization. 6 months from now, I'm gonna have to fire his ass because he's fucking some shit from the past will come up. I had time for that. I had time for you bring your man usually around the corner from you and try to be the fucking coach. All right? You don't have time for that. So it's going to be a list. All right? And you got a couple of names you want to throw in there, fine. Bet those two. But right now, these are betting. And these are blessings. Pick. What the problem? Everybody act like the owner shouldn't even own. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. Then once I put all that in place, then I'm gonna step back like no football people do football shit. But at this point in time, nigga, I'm all the time an owner and shit. I'm a coach and a GM. So leave me the fuck alone. Like, nigga. So now we got Matt Eberflus. Now, most important thing, like everybody say, is since you want to do that, who is the offensive coordinator? Since you want to make that power move, you know? And what I'm getting is we getting Gitsy from Green Bay. Green Bay, I think he's offensive coordinator, but he don't call plays. Whatever that is. So, me personally, I want an old vet, rugged vet to come in and just talk and be a fucking quarterback whisperer. That's it. So I don't know, man. They can still get that whisperer, even though he's a coordinator. He can still get that whisperer. You still need that whisper in his ear. I don't know, he should bring back this dude that was already in his ear for real. But you hear it. All right. Gitsy, what can I say? He said, who's that? Was it AT&T? Where he was at? One of those colleges, I think, offensive coordinator, quarterback coaches. So now I go back, once I get the names, I go back and watch their history. So I watched a little bit of him coaching quarterbacks. I like his wrestling. He'll be up. One thing is going to be different from him. And I don't know, Nagy was like that too, but he got that. He's going to be running around. He's going to be in people's faces. So it's going to be a lot going on with him on the offensive side. So I like that. He got a lot of hype and pep and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Finish the drive. So he like to say, finish the drive. So I like that too about him. He already picked up linebacker coaches. Polls and got a GM assistant. So that's the route we're going there. Monday they're gonna have a press conference, so definitely want to get on that press conference and shit, see what they say. See what made them pick main man, because this is the Bears. Both of you two are new. Y'all not really Bears, so you don't know what our life been like before y'all two even got here, right? So you can't just motherfucking. If we've been living the life of being abused in the basement, you just get here, even though you don't know nothing about that, you can't put us in the basement, motherfucker. You gonna flick out on. You don't know what's wrong. You see what I'm saying? So I just think, I don't know, Poles, I don't know what he was doing. 36-year-old. One thing I did, I went back, you know, and just try to, sometimes I just try to go back and just get a feel for the people before they end up on the team, you know what I'm saying? So I got a feel for even Flukes a little bit after watching a little bit of time with the Colts. Um, I haven't got a chance to get too much of polls yet, right? So I was more concentrated on who will be the coach, who will be coaching Justin Fields, right? To me, the defense, you add two pieces to that defense, that's going to be a top 10, easy. So I'm not tripping on that. If the defense top 10 with Fields is like 3 wins, just him being there. 3 wins. We was already hovering around 7, 8 every year. That can put us at 11 just having them on the team. Then the defense in the top 10, we're talking about 12, 13 wins. Okay. I can't wait. The best. Now, what I did was I went back and checked out a little bit of history of polls. You know, I found a video of him getting interviewed. I think it's a real intriguing insight to who the person was, what type of things he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get to know this person, even though Poles at one time played for, didn't play, he's a restricted free agent, not where he was undrafted free agent. And the Bears picked him up. He didn't make the 53-man roster. So he's been in behind the scenes ever since then. And he's gonna explain that in this video. But when you get it, it's ridiculous. Live TV with no producers is crazy. But the fact that we ain't never had a quarterback before is enough for me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta collar this dude, but not to the point where we thinking we the 49ers or Montana or Marino and all these people just tossing the ball and fucking around everywhere. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? But you got, you know, get that thing in there. All right, here we go. Now what I want to do is play this video.
Hi, my name is Tami.
You know, like so many more. Now, the Bears.
Ryan Poles, Assistant Director of Player Personnel for the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, trying to get another one. Thanks for doing this, Ryan.
Absolutely.
We're going to get to your career in a minute, but I want to know what this week has been like, because you went through it last year, going to Miami, the Super Bowl, the win and all that. What's it been like for the Chiefs staying at home, getting ready for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's been completely different. I've had that question come up a bunch, especially from family members. I honestly can't tell you there's a difference between the week before we play the Bills and the Super Bowl. It's business as usual. It's the same food at training table. The practice schedule is exactly the same, and we're flying out on Saturday. So Coach Reid's a creature of habit, and that's the way we've approached this game. And it's actually been really peaceful. There's been very limited distractions, and even media days all Zoom.
Robert, the board just approved the plan to build your sales team.
That's fantastic. And they can work from anywhere.
Put another commercial in it. I just turned it on.
and video conference. So
1 minute,
completely different
2
feel for
commercials
sure.
already.
Yeah, I heard Bruce Arians
Once the
talking,
run
and
makes
he was
TV,
saying
bro.
it's an advantage to his team to be home. But since you guys get to be home too, right up to the game, it kind of balances out, doesn't it?
It does balance it out. And this year with, you know, the way the crowds have been, it kind of goes for the Super Bowl too. It's more of a corporate event than anything. So I don't really think there is advantage for home or away, especially the way that this week's been scheduled.
Let's talk about your career and how you got there. Though you've been with the Chiefs for a long time. You left Canandaigua after a great career there. You go to BC. You're blocking for Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
You get an opportunity with the Bears. And then it ends. If I remember, it ended, you were through the whole camp there and then got released. Is that pretty accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate. I took it all the way down to the wire. They cut down to 53, and I wasn't good enough to make it, which is a hard pill to swallow for sure. It's the first time, you know, I've really dealt with failure, not getting a job.
It's funny because it's him thinking, we're talking right now, it's him thinking about that. It sounds like Kelly got
and making it. And I took the time to figure out what I wanted to do. I went back to Boston College for a short period of time, got into recruiting, really learned how to work in the office, which is important. And from there, I got the opportunity to come down here and be a scouting assistant and just work my way up from there.
The way it ended for you, and basically your playing career ends.
Yep.
In the position you're in now, and even bigger positions for you, looks like would be in the future. Will that impact the way you deal with players, or has it already impacted him, knowing how important playing is to guys in those moments when maybe it has to end?
Yeah, I'll tell you the number one thing where it hits home for me, and it's small, but I take it serious, is releasing players. It's the hardest thing. You know, I know everyone talks about when we do the post-camp 53-man cutdown. I mean, we got to fire a lot of people, and I've been through that. So I'm very sensitive about that time, letting guys know that they're not making the team. And I can.
so many plus. Not only that, he off the line. Person he blocked for in college is still in the pros now. So he no time. Then if I'm getting cut, that builds him into somebody that knows. They're about to tell somebody it's over. This is a really important time. They know why do something. Well, we got to get rid of you. We don't need you.
Communicate the right way, and I'm open and honest with them. And that's not the case for everybody and how they operate. So just going through that process has been good. I know the anxiety of trying to make a team. So having guys pulled into my office and just have them just communicate. How do you feel? What's going on? What are you thinking? And telling them there's no difference than when you played in college. Yes, the level has gone up, but go play football. Stop thinking so much. Dig into your playbook and just go play football. So I think that experience has been very important and critical for my job and what I do.
For your job and what you do. So let everybody know what your job entails, especially the one you're in now. What's your day-to-day, month-to-month? Like, what is the main focus of your job?
Yeah, I'd say the main focus, to kind of boil it down, is to assist our general manager and Coach Reed in building and maintaining our roster. A lot of my heavy lifting is done through the draft. So I oversee all of our scouts that live all across the country, make sure the information is coming in. Do we know the player, their background, what they're about? Do they love football, their intelligence? And then I'm able to get that information.
What people don't understand is it's really important to find players that just because somebody's in the compound, somebody went to college, somebody went to high school playing football, doesn't mean they love it. And if you gotta find out them motherfuckers love what they doing first. I don't care how good and cute they look. 2 weeks from now they quit.
And hand it over to our general manager and our head coach that we make really good decisions and try to bring in the best players for our system as possible.
So let's say you have to read.
Right. Who the fuck put this video up, man?
obviously a pretty impactful one for both the Bills and the Chiefs a few years ago when it leads to Patrick Mahomes. I think he's unquestioned the number one quarterback in the NFL right now. Spectacular player for you guys. But could an argument be made that the result of that trade, while everybody would love to have Mahomes, might have worked out for both teams as well as almost any trade in history? Not giving up Mahomes, but all the players the Bills got, and now they've become at least a challenger to the Chiefs.
Absolutely. I don't think you're wrong at all. And, no one really talks about Tre'Davious White was a great pick. Yes, the quarterback thing stings a little bit, but at the end of the day, they got it right. And we were the two teams standing in the AFC this year. So I think it's worked out well for both teams. I love our guy. I'm glad we did what we did, obviously. But you guys have got to be happy in upstate New York. I mean, Brandon has done a great job. Good friends with Joe Shane there, too. They've built it the right way. Sure, there's probably a little bit of difference in the quarterbacks, but they built it the right way. They've done a good job. And I think for the future, it's going to be, our two teams going head-to-head trying to get to the Super Bowls every year.
Have you talked to Mahomes about trying to play as long as Brady?
No. I hope he does.
Wouldn't that be something? In terms of your job going forward, a lot of reports, that you had an opportunity to interview with Carolina, kind of interesting, where Brandon Beane came from to the Bills as a general manager. What was that experience like, and what do you think that experience will do for you going forward, trying to get to that next level?
Yeah, that whole process might have been one of the bigger events in my life, and especially as a personnel man. Once you finally put your philosophy and how you want to run a front office, how you want to build a team, what type of coaching you like, the type of players that you look for, and you put that on paper and you spend weeks and weeks and weeks doing that, then you present it in a good way to ownership and another head coach. You gain confidence in yourself on how to do it. But you also have a different perspective on your own team and how you want to move forward in your own career, and how you look at your roster and what you want to do next. And someone gave me great advice too after this, is make sure you know.
Wait. He's saying why he got the job. He already told you he went in there with plan on how he want to build a team, plan on first step he going to take to build this team. The whole nine, he's ready to rock on a plan that he's been sitting on for 2 weeks. Love it.
Every situation that comes up moving forward, and how would you deal with it, and then how the Chiefs do. Because at the end of the day, I don't make the decisions here, but I give my opinions. But write down what you would do in those situations and build off of that, so you're getting repetition as a lead man in the front office. So that experience has been great. It's given me a ton of confidence, and I look forward to whatever happens.
That's why too. Something everybody wants to do anyway, but when you in those positions, you want to be in that position. Don't want to have that position. So when they ask you things or when they making decisions, in your mind you think, okay, this is what I would do. Write that down in this moment. No matter what decision that person makes, if you was in this position, this is what you would do. Might be the same thing they'll do, might not. You know what I'm saying? Later on, you'll see. You probably look at it like, I wouldn't even done that anyway. So that's why I do that when I work in your mind. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
In the future.
Yeah, and obviously you mentioned you work with Andy Reid, Brett Veach, those guys. You were there before then in Kansas City, right? And then they came in. What's the experience like building yourself up, moving up in an organization that has always had pretty good success, and then watching these two guys come in and take you guys to the next level, but you rising up with the whole organization?
Yeah, as you grow, your voice becomes heard a little bit more, and you go from the guy that's just collecting data and submitting it to the person that's organizing and leading and helping make decisions and big decisions on where your roster is going to go next. So that process has been great. Andy Reid.
Yeah, I'm going to call it right now. I think I found the single biggest productivity hack.
What the fuck? All these commercials is crazy.
I've been a part of. You ask about this week, I can tell you even last year through the season, that guy is steady. He's the same guy every single day, every week, no matter if we have injuries, no matter if we lose a game. He's the same guy, and everyone feeds off of that. There's no panic. There's never panic. There's confidence. We just go to work every day, every week, and the results have been great.
Yeah, we hear a lot about Andy from Sean McDermott. There's many times during the year when he just talks about his respect for him and the things that he learned from him. You work right with Brett Veach, a guy who, you know, because Andy is such a known commodity for fans around the league, I don't think your general manager outside of the NFL people maybe gets the credit for what your team has done that maybe he should. What are the specific things you've learned from a guy like Brett that you'll take to your next job?
Anticipation by far, looking down the road and talking about the things that could happen. You know, what's our plan A, B, and C, and D, and moving accordingly. So just thinking ahead and anticipating moves that are on the horizon has been probably number one. His aggression, there's, you know, pros and cons of being aggressive in the front office, but it's all about timing and where your roster is and what you're going for. And right now we're in that window, and to see the aggressive mindset to get things done, sign our own guys back, free agency, it has been really good. So I don't know if you can the Bills just did it, you know, with Diggs. There's a time where you got to pull the trigger and go get that guy, and it may not be popular, but you know what's best for your team. So that's Veach's mindset has really rubbed off on me. And you're exactly right. You know, I probably got Coach Reid in the right window, but he's really taken a step back from the personnel side. We are so close in the front office. He lets us do the work. We get the information down to what decisions we want to make, and we run it by him, and he gives the green light, and we're good. So he really isn't involved with the day-to-day and even the draft process as much as people may think.
When you were playing, did it come into your mind to ever be in a position like this? Did you ever think of coaching? Were you just focused on playing? Like, when did it come to the point where you pretty quickly transitioned to this, and now here you are in a position maybe someday to be a general manager of an NFL team?
Yeah, it's interesting. After I got cut, I haven't told many people this. After I got cut from Chicago, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I went to
Crazy that he got cut from Chicago.
Vermont with my girlfriend and my wife at the time, and we lived up there, and I was this close to taking a marketing job before a friend called and said, "Hey, there's a graduate assistant job at BC. Do you want to jump in that?" And I said yes. So I jumped in that. I met a bunch of scouts. I was like, this is exactly what I want to do, and hit the ground, and I'm here today. So it was close for me not being where I am, which is interesting.
I'll close it out by asking you this. You have a Super Bowl ring. You're in line. You got a shot to get another one. Yep. Where is it, and do you ever wear it?
I don't wear it. It's way too big and gaudy. Special occasions, I guess. But it's in a box in a safe in my house. And I pull it out to show people, but yeah, you don't bring it out much. But it's she's beautiful, and I hope to get another one.
I hope you get another one too, bro. With the Bears.
Hey.
With the Bears. I kind of like Poles a little bit after watching that interview, because he had a lot of things I like about being organized, being aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Then even though he's young, he already know what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. You know what I'm saying? The coach we got is he picked him. So listen to him right there. I think he got a feel for what he want to do today. You know what I'm saying? And I love the last part he said was he won another ring. You know what I'm saying? He got one Super Bowl ring. He won another one. I think about this man, 36 years old. He already got Super Bowl ring, and now he's the GM of the Chicago Bears. I mean, you can't even write that script. You know what I'm saying? Here's Pose, 36-year-old, come from Kansas City, GM of the Bears. After listening to his interview, I fucks with him. I fucks with him. Cool as shit. Hey, and then let me see, coach that what's his name? Matt Eberflus, right? Like I said, I don't really care about who's the coach. As long as they get Justin Fields right, I'm good to go.
Hoops the other day. I didn't know you was a hooper too.
We don't have a problem.
Hey, Mo City. You know what Mo stands for, right? Motor. Anyway, Kari. That's the way to coach the distance. Hey, on the up down, keep your eyes up. Keep your eyes up on the up down. Put your eyes down on the ground. Hey, good angle, Zave. Up and down faster. When you get off of that up down, go ahead and go gas, right? Gas. Go fast as you can. Then you get into a scout. Hey, where was your eye focus? Look high to me. Keep it down here. Go, 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 go. Ooh, here we go. Take away. There you go. That away eye. That away eye. Nice job, man. Hands work together. Nice catch. You got to focus. It could be tipped. Could be tipped. Nice job. Great focus, Kari. We touch it. We catch it.
I like it.
There you go. 1, 2, 3 back. Oh, yeah. The vacuum cleaner. That away 5-0. That away 5-0. It's a way to keep working.
What I got to work on is starting my step.
So you get your foot in the ground.
Yeah.
Retrace the line and screen. Attention to detail, fellas. We're out of the snap. We're stripping every play. He called it. We play it. He called it. We play it. On the ball. On the ball. On the ball. Punch it. Punch it. Punch it. Let the mic come over the top. Everybody's running. Everybody's stripping. Work on the cup. Work on the cup. Secondary linebackers work on the cup. Let's do a great job. So have some bounce. The D-line has been sitting out there. Have some damn bounce. Don't come in here like Eeyore.
That's what
I'm saying. You know who Eeyore is? Don't do that. Push yourself.
That's what I'm talking about. That's coaching. Look, man, look. Don't be looking all down. Bro. See, my name wouldn't done all that. I like it.
Up on the last one. This is how you're going to get in shape. This is how you're going to get in shape. Right here. Let's go. Push yourself. Go! 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 That away.
I like it already. Now already I'm like the GM and the coach. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to look like I'm satisfied. You know? Is she satisfied? Oh my goodness. So, drop this up. From my bed. Now, Pose, I like. He's doing everything. Well, Monday we won't get to meet. Like, we want a press conference Monday. We'll be on Monday. We'll do that press conference. You know what I'm saying? Give my 2 cents. But my not just 2 cents. My Bears fan since 84 cents. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know, and you know how the assistant GM. You know what I'm saying? So he got that out the way. Linebackers coach, he got that out the way. The offensive coordinator, he got that out the way. Let's rock it. Matter of fact, call motherfucking Justin. Let's have this party. Let's get this thing rocking today. Oh, y'all. Ready to rock. Actually, we ready to rock out there, right? Hey. Hey. Check me out Monday. I'll be in Monday for that press conference, the show. We'll try to be live. But everybody tuning in. Ravish out. All bands all day. Every once in a while, bring my boys in talk all sports. You know what I'm saying? They got to talk all sports, basketball, you know, football, baseball, all that. You know what I'm saying? But majority will be the Bulls, the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Appreciate you. Hey, oh. And Eberflus. Come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Pose and Eberflus. You know, bring me a championship.